Okay, so I bought seat swivel from, did I get it from eBay or Amazon? I forget, but there's a popular brand called Scopema, and they are, I don't know, $350 or so, maybe $500 shipped. And this was around $200. So fingers crossed that it'll be good enough quality and won't be missing any parts, or that there won't be anything weird with it. Okay, so first of all, there's this tool kit that normally lives underneath the seat, and we'll just put that aside. So you can see the wires under there, and they have to be disconnected. I think it might be easier to do it from the passenger side door. I'm gonna go check that out. Okay, so it's a little bit fussy removing the cover here for the battery, but I think I'll get it. There's not much space in here. There's one left. Okay, there we go. Got it. Wow. Okay, I've got my negative battery terminal disconnected, and now I can unplug the plugs under the seat. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut that little zip tie there. I gotta get a clippers. Very super capable, and she does amazing tutorials. I follow Lauren Lawless, and the other guy is 70 Savage, and there are a number of other tremendous builders. Seth and Scarlett have some great design ideas, but for tutorials, like the specific tutorials on projects like this, Lauren Lawless is amazing, just in the way she lays out her information, and she shows you the tools you need. No nonsense, right to the point. And she's worked doing a Promaster, like she has a Promaster, so that is absolutely perfect. Unplugs how? I guess kind of doing it blind here. There we go. Okay, so there's all my electricals are disconnected. So now it's a matter of, oh, my seat is kind of stuck here. Why is the seat stuck? Oh, okay. I don't know why my seat is stuck. So anyways, there are 6 bolts. There are these, I think that's an M5 or an M4. So there's 1, 2, and then a double ones at the back. So I will work at that next. I'm gonna go get a hammer to persuade this to slide back. Be right back. Okay, I've got my persuader. I can't see any good reason why this seat would be stuck here. Yeah, no. It feels like this side is moving, but the other side is not. So. What's wrong? There we go. That should do it. Yes, there we go. So let's see if it fits on this. Yeah, perfect. And set it up for loosening. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. There it is. Okay, I've got my rust spray and I do have a wire brush on the drill. And let's clean that up a bit. Well, kind of hard to get in there. Well, I don't know what the point of that is. We'll just hit it with this rust spray. Always a good idea. And I'll spray some in here while I'm at it in the battery compartment. There we go. There we go. Now, the plan is to put a diesel heater in here. And that will involve cutting I think a 4 or 5 inch hole right through the bottom of the van for the exhaust and the air intake. I'm not going to do that today. Today, I'm just going to do the swivel and see how that works. And you know, part of that is understanding how things come apart and go together, so that when I do install the heater, it won't be working from fresh. I'll already know how to do it, and it'll make it easier. So for now, we're just going to do the swivel. I'm going to go get it. I've got the swivel, and well, on the Scopema, there's a spacer between the swivel and the seat. This one doesn't have one, but I'm looking down at the holes here and they line up beautifully. They line up perfectly. So, boy, I think that's all there is to it. I think I just need to do the bolting. Wow, it seems so easy. Okay, here's the hardware. Oh, okay, now I can't get my wrench out of there. I used the closed end of the wrench, so it got trapped. There we go. See, you watch tutorials sometimes, they say, well, this won't take any more than an hour. I don't know. Maybe it needs lubrication. It's very stiff. Well, I don't know. Not super impressed. That's just stiff. I think it's just stiff. Okay, the plate that it's swiveling on has this heavy grease on it, and it's been out in the garage for 3 days, so I imagine that grease is pretty thick. Good Lord. Wow. I don't know. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put a little electric heater on it and see what happens, because I was expecting to be a little less stiff than that. Anyways, I need a coffee break. So I'm going in the shop where the heater's been on for the last hour, and I'm going to go relax. Okay guys, I had the heat on this for about a half an hour, and it allowed it to pivot a little easier. And of course I pivoted it. I pivoted it 3 or 4 times and loosened up, but then I saw it started to stick, and what's happening is the seat is jamming here. So okay, now I'm not so sure that it was on upside down, because there's not a big difference from one side to the other, from top to bottom. So, but one thing that happened is, as expected, by wiggling this and turning it, the grease is getting spread around, and it's a little easier to swivel and pivot. I sprayed a bit of that rust check treatment as a lubricant, and you know, that's pretty good. That's good enough for swiveling. But now that leaves me with the problem that once the seat is installed, there's something in the way. There's some issue, and I feel like I might have to put some kind of bushing in here to raise the seat up a little bit, because part of the plastic is hitting the edge of this mount. So back to putting the seat back on, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm at the back, and I just dropped the bolts in. I didn't actually bolt them down, and I'm going to see what the issue is when I try to pivot this thing. Let's see what happens. Lever. And no, it seems to be pivoting. Or has it stuck? Is it bound up on something? Oh, okay. There's an issue there. It worked because the bolts weren't snugged down, but I can see that right here this is hitting here. So there's an interference issue. And I don't know, if I raise this seat with a bushing, maybe it'll work. Well, this is something to puzzle over, and I'm not going to try to record it in detail, but I'll report back. Let's see how this goes. Well, I hate to start butchering the van, but on the seat there's this piece of metal here, and this is what's interfering with the rotation. And when I look at it, like, this bottom part seems useless. I don't know why it wraps around like that, and I'm tempted to take my grinder and just cut that right off. So I think I might do a little YouTubing first to see if that would be a huge mistake, or maybe it's fine. I don't know. We will see. Okay, I took her off. I took this chunk of metal off. I don't think it does anything. Okay, so I got that piece ground off, and I've got these 2 bolts tightened in with nuts to see what happens. And let us test the swivel. Let's back a bit. Yeah, it seems to be working. I don't know what's grinding there. Piece of metal scratching in the plastic, so this appears to be working. Oh no, something's catching again. Oh boy. Okay, it could be that the bolts are a little too long. But it's a start. Oh no, there we go. There we go. Yeah. Well, this just tells me that it's doable with some more adjustment. So, anyways, I'm going to wrap it up for the day. Oh no, it's 1:30. I still got some time. So look at these scrape marks here. It's clear that the bolts that go through from the seat to the plate are interfering with this plastic. So I tried raising this one up with a couple of washers, and that seems to help. So I'm going to do the others with washers. Geez, I hope I have enough washers. Failing that, I've got some aluminum bar I can cut for spacers. So let's see how it goes. Okay, these are good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I got a few of them. 6, 7. I think that's right. Okay, so the washers I had were too big to fit in there, so I cut these down with my grinder in the workshop, and they'll fit there now. So 4 of those, good to go. It's slow, but there we go. I am fully swiveled. And I can lean my seat back. And I guess I would leave that back like that. So this is my cockpit here, and I'm going to have a lagoon table and the whole works. So this gives me an idea of how high I have to build my little platform for my feet as well, because I will be boxing this in all the way across, and I'll either have my heater in there or under the seat, one or the other, I'm not sure. So there we go, a swiveled seat for about half the price of the Scopema. It's about half the price of the Scopema, but I can see why the Scopema was double that price. Probably a better install experience. So anyways, that's that.